Today on CityCast Portland, we're talking about a Clackamas County official accused of stealing $200,000 of taxpayer money. Plus, we're going to have picks for the best summer food events and a rundown of the dining scene in Portland versus Chicago. Joining me today are local food reporters Brooke, Jackson-Glidden, and Alex Frane. It's so nice to have you both back on the show. How's it going?
Good. It's great to be back with Brooke.
Yeah, happy to be here. Love to riff with Alex, to make fun of Alex in these sorts of settings. So
why is it all okay?
I don't know, Alex. I don't know. I was rooting for you.
So
you know, I'm on your side, Alex, today.
Sure. Yeah, I believe. Oh, today. Oh,
today.
What a lovely change of pace.
Okay, but before we jump in, actually, we had a meet and greet, Alex, and someone came up. They were asking about the contributors, and they're just like, Alex, do you like him? And I was like, I love Alex. No, because I guess I'm so mean to you on the show that they're just like, are you two okay? And I'm just like, oh, no.
Wow. I feel very seen. I
think people are just like, leave Alex alone. So
leave Alex alone, leave Brittany alone. I think that's right.
Yeah, pretty much.
I can handle it. I'm okay.
Before we jump into things, I usually ask an opening question, and today's is based on the news that the former director of Clackamas County's pest control agency was indicted on 17 charges this past Thursday for using more than $200,000 of taxpayer money for his own benefit. Now, can you guess what he used that money for?
Yes, but only because I saw the notes in the doc.
Okay.
I want to guess.
Brooke, I know Brooke didn't. So, Brooke, what do you think he used the money for?
Roll,
I read the doc.
Oh, well, she thinks it's going to be work related.
Well, no, personal related. So I wonder if he has a really elaborate mouse or rat trap, he collects all of the rats, and they has a very involved sort of Rube Goldbergian rat maze at home.
Maybe
it's
with rodents in it, he's collected all the
so.
rodents.
He's collected the pests.
I think it's a Batman villain.
I really like this idea.
I love this guess. Maybe, I don't know. So this dude, Joshua Jacobson of Oregon City, bought industrial tools, which could very well be these mousetraps, truck winches, drones, and several Apple laptop computers and iPads. And then he either kept them or sold them for profit on Facebook Marketplace and stuff like that. And he was
That's
caught.
So boring.
It's really
so Brooke is disappointed.
Underwhelming. It's true. I like Brooke's idea so much more.
Anyhow, he was caught after an audit of the county's finances were triggered because of overall allegations that the county, Clackamas County, was misappropriating funds. And then he was promptly fired after 10 years of working for Clackamas County. What's wild is I still think he keeps his taxpayer-paid pension. I looked it up because I was like, I don't know if you guys know this, but any public worker in Oregon, they're part of PERS. It's a pension, right? And it's very coveted. And even if he was a convicted felon, a portion of it might get garnished, but technically he gets to keep his pension, which is crazy. He was also making a salary of $154,366 at the time he was fired. So this was just kind of a bonehead move all around. But dig this. Jacobson currently works for the city of Lake Oswego.
Okay, I just have to say.
I know. He was fired. Yeah, and then Lake Oswego was like, oh, but you can work here, though.
Is this a catch me if you can situation? Did they hire him for theft prevention, where they're like, we're going to hire the guy who knows how to steal money from the government to stop people from stealing? Because that'd be kind of a cool move.
Well, the Oregonian inquired, and Lake Oswego refused to divulge what his position was and if they even knew about this whole, he's on trial for stealing $200,000 from the county. So all of this comes after the news of Melissa Fireside, the former Clackamas County commissioner who authorities believe fled the country last year as she faced felony theft allegations. Same county, and who, by the way, guys, still remains at large. Anyhow, all this made me curious if any of you had ever taken a part in the much more socially acceptable 5-finger discount at an employer's supply closet. Like a box of pens, some highlighters, perhaps a stapler. And this could also be a metaphorical office supply closet, because I know a lot of grown people who treat their parents' pantry and garage stashes as their own personal office supply closet. I'm looking at you, Brooke.
That's so rude of you to assume and ultimately accurate. All these hurtful and accurate things that are being said about me on this podcast. So my immediate thought, actually, when I was an intern at Boston Magazine, I did a piece on bar essentials. Mm-hmm. I mean, I was 21 years old. I shouldn't have been writing about it in the first place. Mm-hmm. But there were these really great bitters that we used for it. Owl and Whale persimmon bitters. They're made in Maine. And they were so delicious, and I was just getting into cocktailing at home. So the food editor at the time, he had like this little makeshift bar at his desk, which, we don't have time to unpack all that. But
Brooke never let me have a bar at the desk when I asked her
No,
a few times.
I didn't. No, I did not. So I absolutely pilfered that persimmon bitter bottle and used it for homemade Vespers and Alaskas. I stand by every choice I made.
You are such a rogue, Brooke. What a grand larceny.
Intern,
you took a single bottle of bitters.
An unpaid intern stole a free bottle of bitters that was given to the office. You know what, Brooke? I stand by you.
What a badass.
I'm going to be there when they let you out of prison with more bitters. That's going to be me. I'm going to have the cool car waiting for you.
Sorry I didn't steal a ton of money from Clackamas County and go rogue. Sorry I'm not living on the lam. Anyway.
Alex, what about you?
Well, the funny thing is, until somewhat recently, the only jobs I've really had that weren't freelance work where I was just working at my apartment was like the service industry. So in that case, yeah, I went home with like some wine glasses and wine openers because of like various things. But other than that, I can't really speak to that because I've never really had much in the way of an office job. And I certainly didn't take anything from the last 2 office jobs that I did have because I would never do that as a model employee. I'm still looking for work right now.
Listener, let it be known that Brooke used to be Alex's boss. So Alex...
Yeah, there's also that.
I love that Alex is lying to us right now, but that's fine.
No, I really haven't taken. I mean, I did have a pretty well-stocked liquor cabinet for a while just from things that people sent me, but that certainly doesn't count.
No, those are freebies. Well, Brooke, I guess you're the thief among us.
I'm sorry, you haven't stolen anything, Claudia? You're going to just skip this question?
You know what? Actually, I wasn't going to skip the question. I literally had nothing because I don't give a crap about office supplies. I've never had a cool job.
Why are you giving me shit for my little bottle of bitters? You haven't stolen anything. I'm the only one. I'm being vulnerable on Maine.
Oh my God, I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry.
Skipping this.
I thought Alex would have at least one. I can't believe he's lying to us all now. So that's fine.
Also, Owl and Whale is like the most cliche, like early cocktail equipment name imaginable.
Oh, I thought you were going to diss Brooke's taste, and I was like, oh, we got to cut to break.
It sounds delicious. It sounds great.
Okay, no.
It's just so like, it's so late aughts.
Cask and flagon.
Yep.
It's the ampersand.
It's Hammer and Anvil or something was like, you got to have the ampersand.
Oh, man. Well, thank you both for your answers. Let's take a quick break here. And when we come back, Brooke has a few summer food events she thinks are worth the visit. We'll see about it. See about that, Brooke.
Wow. No faith.
I have plenty of faith.
Hi, I'm David Plotz. I'm the CEO of CityCast, a podcast network that includes this show you're listening to, and also 12 other CityCasts in 12 other cities. And each one knows their city as well as your local team knows yours. So isn't it time we connected them? Don't you want to know how they're tackling their bike lane problems and housing challenges and sidewalk dog poop crises? That's why I'm hosting a new podcast called Your City Could Be Better. Because it could be. Every week, I'll chat with a different host in our CityCast network about what their cities are doing right and wrong, the weird things they're trying, and the surprising successes, so that we can all learn how to make our cities a little bit better. Listen to Your City Could Be Better on YouTube or wherever you get your podcasts.
Brooke, you wanted to tell us about some cool food-related events coming up. What's worth me driving out of St. John's?
Okay, so what I will say is that a lot of food events in the summer, I do think gently kind of suck.
Okay.
So I feel like you really
can't
do
just say
have
gently to make something gentle, like kind of suck.
Yes, I can, and I will.
I'm going to hold on to that. next time I'm going to be like, can you just gently kind of fuck off forever? Like, I love it.
Right.
I thank you, Brooke. Thank you.
Gently. Yeah. So, there are a lot of like touring food events, not to, say something salty right at the very beginning, but there's this like event Foodie Land that comes in July and August. It's, a touring event. It's just lines for like Instagram food. And that is not what I'm talking about today.
They still use the term foodie. I think that's pretty indicative.
100% that. So instead, I want to focus on just a few events that like I genuinely would go to. And that doesn't mean I'm like immune to camp. I love camp. I just want to actually have like a fun experience while I'm there. One that I really enjoy is the PDX Hot Sauce Expo. Now, is this the like monster truck rally of food events? Yes. But you do
Some people like that.
Yeah. Same.
It's kind of fun, right? There's like a lot of genuinely good hot sauce to taste. People from around the country come to try these hot sauces or to show off their hot sauces. There's a beer garden, blah, 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 that kind of thing. But there's also like extreme eating events. So you'll see people eat like wild hot sauces. And I think that's really fun. I think there's like wrestling sometimes. It's just like a very fun, weird event.
Please tell me it's not hot sauce wrestling, because that sounds horrible.
Oh my God. I'm sorry. Think of your genitalia. Bad forever.
That's
anyway.
Crying for an infection of some sort.
Exactly. So no, as far as I know, no. But God, if they do, you have to go just to like pay for everybody's medical bills. So I would say that Hot Sauce Expo, it's in the OMSI parking lot, August 8th and 9th this year. Genuinely a pretty fun one. I have talked about it on this podcast before, but I cannot skip a mention of Tomato Fest. I love Tomato Fest. It's from the Culinary Breeding Network, which essentially helps promote new varieties of fruits and vegetables, kind of promotes biodiversity and local farmers, small farmers. And I just love an event where I can sit and eat like 30 different varieties of tomatoes. Right. And my tomato garden is going wild now. People are like, what tomatoes are you growing? And I'm like, Berkeley tie-dye and black and brown boar and Lucid
just
Gem.
The standards.
And people are like, what are you talking about? I'm like, Tomato Fest. I went to Tomato Fest and I picked out all my tomatoes.
Where is it? Wait, where is Tomato Fest?
So it's like in Sunnyside. It's like right by Wellspent Market. This year it's going to be Saturday, September 12th.
I guess technically Richmond then.
Oh, okay. Technically Richmond.
God. Are we getting pedantic?
Now.
Hey, I talked about the Sunnyside borders on this very podcast.
Okay, you're right.
I have to maintain some continuity here.
An expert. Okay. Brooke, I'm sorry. I'm sorry that Alex interrupted you. Continue.
But it's like a block party, which is really fun. And last year, Loretta Jeans was there, which I love. I believe they had like a tomato pie, which is such a smart thing to do for a tomato fest. And they had bonkers good BLTs, like super good BLTs that they were selling.
When is this?
I just love a block party.
Yeah.
Saturday, September 12th.
We got some months. Okay.
You got some time. Something I will say, again, maybe it's just because like peak summer, I feel like all the summer events are shifting to September because like everyone's gone and it helps numbers, but you want to buy tickets to things now. So I know this is a little bit of, it's not what people immediately think of when they think food festival, but technically, Pick-a-thon is like ultimately one of the most fun events in this region. This year, it's July 30th through August 2nd. It's generally a music festival out on Pendarvis Farm, but every year they do this curation series, which is essentially like a dinner and a show situation in the woods on the festival grounds. And they have a chef make a dinner with a like intimate show from one of the artists at the festival. And then they have like a DJ who performs. It's super, super cool. And I always feel like I don't know who is designing these, but they have really good taste in chefs. This year, they're doing like a cafe Oli dinner on Friday with the bluegrass band Brothers Comatose, who's been at Pick-a-thon several years. Kathy Wims from Nostrana, big deal, famous Portland chef, is doing a brunch with the Folk Americana group Family Company. And I think that's Saturday morning. And then Angel Medina of Republica is doing the Mexican forward thing that he does with the electronic project Mexican Institute of Sound. And I just feel like, again, like I love the idea of pairing food and music. Maybe it's just two of my favorite things, but I think it's a really smart way to approach food at a music festival, because so often food at music festivals sucks so bad.
Really overpriced hot dogs and
100%. And it really feels like true to the Pacific Northwest to have a great food festival element at a music festival. Yeah. So had to mention that. And then the other sort of final thing I'll mention before my honorable mention rapid fire, thank you so much, is Urban Gleaners, which is, again, an organization I really love. They are salvaging food to redistribute to communities. They pick from farms when there's produce that can't be sold. They take stuff from grocery stores or restaurants and redistribute it. Amazing organization. They have a big fundraiser that's like genuinely a really good food festival called Sunday Supper. This year it's Sunday, September 13th, but tickets are now on sale, at least the early bird one. So I would definitely go and get on that because they're probably going to sell out. This year you have chefs like Bonnie Morales from Kachka. You have the folks from Sugar Pine Drive-In, Emily Cavazo and Ryan Domingo. Yeah. I love when they're at food events. They always have something super fun and original. Althea Gray Potter from Bar Nouveau. So, Claudia, you may have to drive outside St. John's, but St. John's is going to follow you. But very, very fun. And then new James Beard Award winner Ryan Roadhouse of Notaguro is also going to be at this event. So, seriously stacked chef lineup.
That's a freaking all-star banger. Okay.
Yeah.
And that's the day after Tomato Fest. So you can make an amazing weekend with that.
An incredible weekend of eating. So yeah, I would say Sunday Supper, that's a fun one for sure. So I am going to go really fast through my honorable mention rapid fire. These are all like silly agricultural festivals outside of Portland that I love and I like really tried to prioritize going to in the summer.
Okay.
The first one is going to be Donald's Hazelnut Festival in Donald near Salem. That's July 11th. The Willamette Valley produces something like 99% of the U.S. hazelnut harvest. Huge number of hazelnut growers in the Willamette Valley. So this is sort of celebrating them, and you always eat really great hazelnuts when you're there, and there's a sweet little parade. This was actually an early date with my partner, the North Plains Elephant Garlic Festival. Again, I've
heard that one.
I love that one so much.
Wild move for an early date.
We had so much fun. It was
so true.
August 7th through 9th. And that's how you know it was love, right?
Right.
Yeah.
August 7th through 9th. The thing you can always do there that I always find very fun, they have elephant garlic ice cream you can eat at the Elephant Garlic
What,
Festival.
in the salt and straw?
It is genuinely pretty tasty. It's like kind of caramelized. It has like a caramely sweetness, but a little funk. It's fun. And you also have Stinky, the mascot, who is an elephant that is also a giant garlic bulb. I mean, you got to get a photo op. So
that's very cute.
That one comes to mind. And then, of course, the Hermiston Melon Festival.
Ooh, that's
Hermiston watermelons
Love some melons.
are super, super classic, delicious. People love them. About 1,200 acres of land in Hermiston is dedicated to watermelon growing. And so they have this big party. Everyone eats watermelon. They do a bathtub relay race where people push people on wheeled bathtubs for some reason. Okay. But very fun.
Sure.
Love food events in the summer.
Oh, man. Those are bangers. Those are awesome. I'm going to try to put some of these in our show notes just because you name so many and I know we don't have like an article. Well, thank you for that. I'm actually excited about leaving St. John's now, which takes a lot.
There you go.
So let's take a quick break here. And when we come back, Alex has prepared a comparison of the Portland and Chicago food scenes, something nobody asked for. But honestly, I'm now invested in. Alex, last time you were on the show, I was ribbing you about how much you loved Chicago when you went to go visit during the James Beard Awards, and I accused you of loving their food scene more than Portland's and even said you were planning on moving there. And I feel like this comparison isn't helping you beat those allegations. You talk now. You talk now, yeah.
Well, it's interesting, and I'm curious to hear what Brooke has to say about this as well. It's funny because I think maybe there was a bit of a misinterpretation there because it actually wasn't Chicago's food itself that was what attracted me so much to the city. So like you said, I mean, I didn't even share this with you. I shared this with Brooke, I believe. I don't remember entirely because it was late in the evening and it was my last night in Chicago and I had been to a couple of events. We'll
Alex was drunk.
I was pretty drunk. On a Saturday or Sunday when I was in Chicago, I had almost this like kind of crisis of like, oh my God, have I wasted the last 10 years of my life living in this tiny little sleepy Northwestern town that's always rainy and gray and never actually spent time in like a real city full of actual people. And I've moved on from that.
We're not actual people?
I told you this was a brief crisis that I was having for maybe 12 hours.
Oh my God.
And it was a very personal crisis. It wasn't really about the city itself so much as about my own life choices and roles and everything. I've had a lot of time to reflect on that and my sort of impressions of Chicago. And the one thing I will say is that it still is one of the coolest cities I've ever been to. I mean, the architecture, just the vibrancy of the city, how populated it is. And so one of the things that I thought was most striking compared to Portland, and this happened when I was in New York as well a number of years ago, but people talk a lot about like whether Portland is like dead or not, you know, which it isn't, obviously. You can go out on a sunny summer night and see people packing restaurants and bars and everything. But I still don't think to the level that like, I mean, I was out in Chicago on a Sunday night and every single place I went had like a 2-hour wait. Even didn't have a reservation, right? People like thronging the streets at all hours. It was so mind-blowing to see how many people were out and about on the streets, like downtown especially. You walk around Portland downtown on a Saturday night and you're not going to be making your way through crowds. That's just not what our city really has ever been. And I think that was like a big part of it. I hope there's a way that we can kind of restore some of that vibrancy to Portland or bring some more of that kind of nightlife. And I know this has been like an ongoing conversation we've been having for a long time. I know that in a much previous podcast, you interviewed night mayors from other cities. And, you know, it'd be really great to see Portland somehow have a life that goes past 10 p.m., I guess is what I'm saying, especially on weekdays, but even on weekends.
Wait, was that the end of your segment? Was it? You're just basically saying Portland should be better? Portland should be like Chicago?
I mean, isn't that a segment you have is like your city can be better?
Oh, that's not my podcast. But yeah, go on.
So one of the things is that I was at no point in my trip to Chicago was I like, oh my God, this city blows Portland out of the water culinarily. I went to a lot of really fantastic restaurants and everything I ate there was spectacular. At no point was I like, we could never do anything like this in Portland. Right. Like we're so far behind. Like that's not true at all. And I had this realization this morning actually because I caught this clip from The Bear where Sydney, the chef, goes to Kasama, and I was laughing about the fact that she just like walks in and orders a sandwich. Kasama is a Michelin-starred. It's I believe the first Filipino restaurant to win a Michelin star. Brooke, correct me if I'm wrong, but I think they might have 2 stars at this point.
Oh, don't ask me, baby.
It's either 1 or 2. They do breakfast in the morning, and then they do like a prefix dinner menu in the evening, which I was not able to go to, but I did go there for a breakfast sandwich. I got online at 9 a.m. when online orders open, and my order, I placed it directly at 9 a.m. and my pickup time was 11:45. And I was, I believe, like order like 1:47 or something like that. And when I got there, there was what looked to be probably a 2-hour line of people who did not order online for people who wanted to eat there or do takeout and just wait in line. And they were lined up well before the restaurant opened. And my realization today was like, I liked it a lot. It was fantastic. It was one of the best breakfast sandwiches I've ever had. But you know what else I really love is Belong, which is the Filipino breakfast restaurant over on 82nd in the marketplace there. And one of the things I love about Belong is that the chef there makes his own vegan longanisa. And I don't eat pork, so I can't get like what I'm sure was probably one of the best longanisa sausages I could have had at Kasama in Chicago, but I can in Portland. That breakfast sandwich, I don't know that it's, you know, a 2-hour line less quality than Kasama. I know the sentence made no sense, right? But
I hear what you're saying.
I think that's almost as good of a sandwich.
Line to deliciousness ratio. Yeah.
Right, exactly. Like, that's an incredible restaurant. I also went to one of Rick Bayless's restaurants. Rick Bayless is like one of Chicago's most celebrated chefs. I got a torta at his restaurant. And again, like, I texted Brooke this. I was like, this was a fantastic torta. I like the one at Guero maybe more, honestly. Like, I think that one kind of kicks ass.
Oh, yeah.
The one thing that I will say that Chicago has Portland beat on is service, though. I had never been anywhere that had as exceptional service as Chicago does. And I think a big part of that is I don't think I've ever been to a friendlier city. Like, I could be sitting at a bar and people would like literally offer me tastes of their drinks, like sitting next to me at this bar. People would stop me on the street and like tell me where, like, I got an uninvited like directions to the subway because someone could tell that I was like kind of lost. He was like, "Hey, Austin, the subway's over that way." I don't know why he called me Austin. Maybe it looks like I'm from Austin, Texas, but he clearly could tell I wasn't from Chicago.
It's the mustache.
So I think it's just that kind of like, I think so. I think it's that Midwestern friendliness, right? But wherever I went, every single restaurant, every single bar I went to had the most like incredible service that I've ever experienced. And that's definitely where I think Chicago totally kicks Portland's ass. The one place I do think Portland kicks Chicago's butt, though, is going to be in our local produce. Like,
of course, yeah, for sure.
Because Chicago's beef, right? Like, you have these acres and acres and acres and acres of ranches. You don't really have these like incredible produce farms that are within, you know, a 30-minute drive from the city or less, basically. And our water. I mean, come on, it's the Bullrun watershed.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah.
No one in America has as good of water as we do.
Yeah. Brooke, do you want to weigh in? Because you were also in Chicago.
Yeah. I mean, just jumping off of the produce note there, I was staying with my friend Ashok Selvam, who is one of the founders of Ravenous, the independent food blog that I love. And you know, I was talking about how often I will like have Psalm for dinner at home. So essentially Korean lettuce wraps. And he was like, I don't do that a ton in Chicago because we just don't have as good of produce. So like access to really great greens to have a sort of like lettuce wrap kind of moment, just way harder in Chicago, just because we just have so much great produce and it's such a long growing season compared to Chicago's. So, you know, I think we definitely are there. Something I will also say about Chicago, I mean, I love that city forever. My dad actually used to work there.
Yeah, he was a Chicago Bear. Did you know that?
My father? No, he was not. But
Alex believed it for a second, which is kind of funny.
No, I did not.
I had Alex for like a second. He's like, a Chicago Bear, right? That's a job. Go on, Brooke. Sorry.
Something I will say is that Chicago during James Beard weekend is a party. Like you have so many tourists there. You have so much energy in all of the restaurants. It's like Feast, right? It was like what Feast was like.
I was coming from a party when I had my crisis. So I think that was absolutely a part of it, is that I got to get all these amazing experiences on top of the city itself.
Can I say, I don't understand why the James Beard Awards are in Chicago and not in Portland, where he's from.
I love Chicago, but yeah, I think it would be really sick if we had the Beards in
I'm just saying,
Oregon,
maybe 1 year, right?
Famous home of James Beard.
Yeah.
I mean, the James Beard Marketplace would be an amazing place to have the James Beard Awards. They're not affiliated, I don't think, but like that'd be an amazing coalition there. And help Portland out, because you said Feast is gone, so like we need some kind of big food event here.
Yeah. Well, I'm glad that you both got to experience Chicago together, and then you got to bring us back this intel that, of course, we're still awesome. I do agree with the service, because anytime I go somewhere else and I get service, like I'm like, oh, you're just going to do it? Like I just and
I think it is kind of a Portland detriment, certainly.
It is. And not trashing our service people, because it's a tough job and stuff.
We have a lot of great people.
Yeah, but I think that we've just become accustomed to a bit of like, just do it yourself, you know?
Yeah.
But also tip me. It's just like, oh, okay, will do.
There's a lot more formality, I feel like, in Chicago, even at like more casual spots.
Right. More money equals more formality.
That's also, absolutely. These people who are professional servers who can afford to do this like their whole jobs, their whole lives.
Well, thank you both. I just had an idea for a future show, Brooke and Alex. What if because, you know, I don't think Portland's ever going to pay for Michelin to come to our city and judge us because we're too cheap. But what if we had like an episode where you guys gave out Michelin stars? Would that be the end of your career?
Oh, I would live for that.
I think that'd be so fun. That'd be amazing.
I think that'd be so much fun. All right.
What would we call it, though?
I don't know.
We have to figure out like a good name for that.
But yes, I think we should do that. Okay, just bookmark that, everyone. Listeners, that's what's coming. You guys, it's always a pleasure to have you on. Thank you so much for hanging out with me this morning. Alex, expect more late night texts about me complaining about season 2 of the live action adaptation of Avatar: The Last Airbender.
I can't believe you're watching it.
I have to hate watch it. Brooke, I will continue texting you, asking you where I should eat when I'm in an unfamiliar neighborhood and I'm too hungry.
Anywhere outside of St. John.
Yeah, basically.
Here to help.
Love you both. Thank you so much, guys.
Love it, Claudia. Thanks again.
Bye, Claudia. Sorry, Claudia.
All right, that's all for today here on CityCast Portland. Thank you so much for listening. If you enjoyed the show, share it with a friend, leave us a good review, and don't forget, you can support this show and get great perks by becoming a CityCast Portland neighbor. Just visit membership.citycast.fm. We'll be back tomorrow morning with more from around the city. Until then, see you at Slim's or at the Tomato Fest.
Or see me at Slim's. I'm at Slim's sometimes.
Brooke is at Slim's sometimes, yeah.